everybody. We never decided who's going to do the intro and the outro before we do roll call. Are we just going to wing it?
So,
I guess Sophia's doing the intro.
Yeah, it's nice to see you guys again. Been a little bit, not that long, but as you can see, we're all very much coordinated right now.
Yeah.
Wasn't on purpose.
Cult vibes.
But we were trying to dress up for like Valentine's Day to be like Valentine-y. I got red nails for that. I'm like acting like I'm in the spirit as I hate Valentine's Day, but yes. And so like we're gonna be talking about that today. So what do you guys think? Wait, first roll call.
Roll call.
Roll call.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Sydney. Same
Ooh.
I'm not doing the beat. I'm Sophia.
She said, "Shut up."
Sophia.
And I'm Claudia.
I love how you say your name with a question mark at the end. Like,
Well,
I'm
no,
Sophia.
because I have to like enunciate my name like Sophia, because when I don't enunciate it, I think people hear Cynthia.
What?
No, wait. When I say Cynthia, I'm like, no. Or Cindy.
And also,
yeah.
and like that, it's always Starbucks workers, and so I enunciate, and they're still like Cynthia, and I'm like, can I not say my own name?
And then the masks make it 10 times harder to understand
yeah.
anything. And so when we hear our names called out in Starbucks, it's always wrong.
Oh,
I get
one
Siggy.
time I
Ew.
heard Cludia. Clodia.
I'd call you Cludia.
If you're a Starbucks barista, please let us know. Like, do you do that on purpose sometimes just to like
swear
mess
they do.
around? Because I feel like
Yeah.
you do.
I would so do that.
No, they definitely do. They
I
probably
love
get bored.
Googly.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's so absurd that I'm like, you could just not. There's no way you could have actually thought this.
There's no Valentine's themed Starbucks drink, which is weird because they have one for like every holiday.
Pinkety drink.
Oh, that thing you got?
Yeah.
Girl, that's just strawberry.
But I think they also probably like will make a Valentine's one, like a Frappuccino. Like, also, super off topic, but we were talking about names. I love it when people call me Soph, that I'm like friends with, that like don't usually call me Soph. Like today, Claudia's friend, we have a mutual friend, and they called me Soph, and I was actually so happy because we're like not like I was like, oh damn, I'm part of the squad.
It's weird that we all have that, but you don't. Like, I can't call
And
you
you get
Sarah. But it has to be Sarah.
The only people who call me Sarah or Sar, or I've gotten Sore sometimes, like Sore, because this friend from high school,
Sora?
Hi Lily, they used to think that I was a sore. Like a sore. Like a cold sore that you get. So that's where that came from. But I also get Sarah and Sar, and no one here calls me that. Like, it's all people from high school.
It makes my tongue feel weird. Sarah.
Sarah.
So I might as well just say Sarah. It's the same difference.
Yeah.
But I feel bad because I feel like nicknames are a very important part of life. And it shows how close you are with someone. That's why I hate when people who have like long names go by their nickname, because then you can't give them a personal one. So you just call them by their full name, and then it ruins person's nickname.
I see.
Speaking of nicknames, Sugar Pie, Honey Bun, Ladybug, Honey Pie.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. My mom calls me Ladybug, and I hate it.
Really?
Why?
Because, like, ew, ladybugs are so annoying and gross.
My
There's
dad
a
I
calls
love
me.
them.
You know they make a smell?
Well, no.
When
I thought that was
ladybugs,
stink bugs.
when they feel like they're in danger, they release a very disgusting odor.
I thought that was stink bugs.
That's stink bugs, bro.
No, but ladybugs do it too. Like,
No
if you
way!
see clutches in them in your window, you're not supposed to open it because the smell will come in.
I never knew
We're
that.
talking about nicknames. My dad calls me Babushka, and I'm pretty sure that means little evil witch.
I call my mom that.
I thought in Russian that was
What is
grandma.
Grandma? Okay. I thought it meant little evil witch. Maybe it does in one language, but I was like, that's a weird
I literally
name.
call my mom that, like, on a daily basis.
My dad calls me
That's
Sid
it.
Booski, so. And you guys have seen him too. Okay, so Valentine's Day. I think the origin of all of our very strong opinions on Valentine's Day starts with the most important part of elementary school / kindergarten.
Didn't have that
Is-
experience.
I was like, did you have that?
Nope.
When you like line all your little baggies up on Valentine's Day, like at the corner of the room when you're like 6, and you have to like put in your little Valentines for everyone.
That's
And
kinda
it
sweet.
was so stressful though, because like they had like the Disney themed ones, like Hannah Montana or whatever. But like you wanted the cool ones, like Hannah Montana was Waverly Place. But someone else was gonna get that too. So you had to like put in thought to what candy you'd put in it, because the candy would show one, how rich you are, and two, like you want to be the bad bitch that gives everyone Hershey's with a Hannah Montana Valentine.
See, I think that's just school's way of testing parents' socioeconomic status.
Yeah, because some people get some kids, some and not others. So if you had
Literally.
like less than like Susie
And
down
also,
the corner,
like,
it
you
sucked.
would have to have time to help your kids with these things.
All I have to do is tape it.
Well, we had like this rule, like if you give any Valentines, you'd give it to the entire class was
Yeah,
the rule.
that was ours
So
too.
no one felt left out. But the thing about like the Valentines is like some people would just give the card with no candy, and those people were like
The worst.
inferior to people who gave the candy. So it was like really sad.
We had to give candy and
But
Valentine's.
like,
It was, like, a
what if
requirement.
some kids are deathly allergic to something that's in the candy?
Well, I was
though?
usually
That's just
like
natural selection.
lollipops, right? Like
You
not to be
have
allergic.
so many.
I have allergies, so I can say that.
Oh my god.
But that was like when you'd go trick or treating as a kid, and there's like the dentist in the neighborhood to give you like floss. And everyone would be like, "I'm not going to your house."
Ew. We had the people where you go to like the big houses and they give you
King bar, yeah.
King bars, best one.
That's how you knew.
And there were places that would give you like money where you'd go. Like, they'd give you cash.
No, where you're
That was
from.
so cool.
Ours was King candy bars. That was like the cool.
Yeah, that was like the rich house down the block, the King Candy Bars. But our class had a rule where you had to give everyone Valentine's cards too. But the class was like the teacher would give all of us the cards, and then we could like choose who we wanted to like what we wanted to write in each and like who we'd give each one to. But it was all about what you wrote in the card. Like, "Dear Sarah, would you like to give me a hug after school today?" And I'd be like, "Oh
hug?
my god,
Okay,
what?"
I
So fast.
personally feel like that just creates so much drama.
It did,
Yeah,
and
like,
I loved it.
Because like the ones that you buy at the store had
Gossip
like
Girl.
pre-made like what's that? Like, "You're the best of both of my worlds," something stupid like Hannah Montana. But then you'd be like, "From Sydney." But if that was like your boo, you'd be like, "Heart Sydney."
Wait,
and that's how
I
they
like
know.
didn't do that. Like I had a crush on this guy in like first grade, guys, but I had the biggest crush on him, and like I would never do that. Like I still wouldn't do that to this day. Like,
no.
excuse me.
I ran elementary school. You would know if you were my boo.
Trying to
You
think
had no choice.
if I've ever received anything or gave anything on Valentine's
You
Day. I
did.
was
We talked
growing
about
up.
this. Remember taking a walk to
Ooh,
Starbucks and you were like, "I got flowers last
Oh,
year."
yeah, that was the only time though.
In high school.
Out of my life.
Oh, about from.
Yeah.
Wait, what I was gonna say is like in high school we also did this thing where like you could give people roses.
Oh, I hate that. We did that too.
No,
rose
you do the
crown.
white, pink, red
Drama.
rose thing?
Ours was the
No,
rose
it was
crown.
just a rose. It was like, yeah, and you
had
put
to
it like
pay
a
for it.
candy and you had to pay for it. So like
Oh.
certain people would get like roses and then like others wouldn't. I don't think I ever
Ours
got
was
a
only
rose.
people who like were dating someone, or like the boys did it
Yeah.
to other boys to like make them embarrassed. But like that was literally it.
Oh,
No one ever did
actually,
it.
in high school we did have. Oh, we have singing Valentines. That was.
Oh, I
Ew.
would hate that.
I
What
think we
kind
had
of
that
glee
too,
shit
but I
is
forgot
that?
about
That would
it.
be so embarrassing
Where
if
like
I
the
ever
chorus
had got
went,
one of
the
those.
chorus class went around and like
Yeah.
sang.
Of
we
course,
had
it was
those.
awful. Sorry
I
if
got-
you were in my
Ours
class.
was so good because I was in it and I was president.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I got one.
Yeah.
One. The only time I got it, my English teacher was like, "Sorry, we're not doing it." And then he took the rose and then gave it to me after class in front of the whole class. I was like, I'd rather had the same Valentine's, but that's fine.
But what did happen was like, so this is so sexist actually, but for cheerleaders, for basketball and football season, you'd be assigned a player. Like, yes. And as two-time captain, I made sure I got the people that I wanted for like my whatever. So I'd always get the person in the grade above me. There was like this one kid whose dad was like in the NFL. He's like the head coach. He was like the hot shot kid. So did I make sure I had him since freshman year? Heck yes, I did. He probably was like, "What is this psycho doing?" I remember the first time I gave him his like Valentine themed like Chick-fil-A thing, and he said thank you because usually I'd leave it by his locker, but I made sure that I was standing there like holding it. I literally cried. I ran to my advisor because he said thank you, and I cried. And I was reading my college recommendation, and he was like, the first time I met Sydney, because we got like our high school advisors the spring semester before high school started.
Yeah.
And he was like, first time I met her, she was crying in my room because some boy said thank you to her, and I thought she was psycho, but like she is, but like she has intelligence also. Thank you, Mr. Crandall.
So cute.
But that was very
Interesting.
sexist. But like, why are girls always the ones that are supposed to like put more thought into gifts?
It's
than
not
guys?
supposed to.
No, like it's supposed to be the guys. Just like it always is us. And like I sit there and I wonder, and I'm like, why is it?
Actually,
Oh, and I'm like, me being my stubborn self. I'm like, why would I do that?
in China, it's the complete opposite.
Really?
Yeah, middle school you're not supposed to date, but like people date because I had a boyfriend.
Yeah, we
just
heard
kidding.
about the
Scandal.
story in middle school that you had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
guys did like they just sent sweet messages. No one like really bought anything. But like
Sweet.
girls didn't really put any thought into this, I would say.
Yo, it makes life so much easier for you to put thought.
I think that's how it was in like middle school. My middle school boyfriend got me a candy necklace and a box of chocolates, and I thought he was
Yo.
proposing. I kept it under my bed for literally like 3 years.
Y'all got middle school boyfriends? Because I didn't have that shit.
He asked me
I
out
had
to date her,
approximately
but we dated for
85
2
middle school.
years.
I had anyone every day.
I guess I
And
had
then I
puberty
broke up
just
with
like hella late.
I had one, but he dated me for a dare, but we ended up dating for like 2 years.
Oh my god, I got asked out on a dare too, and you would have thought my world, like my self-confidence was shattered.
No, me too.
I got asked out on a dare
Shut
too.
Except for it was my Wattpad dream though.
Why?
Hey, trauma.
Got it.
I think the worst was
High
when
five.
I was going on the bus one day, and these guys were like sitting outside the bus, and they were like rating people from like a 1 to 10, and they were like, "She's a 4," and I was like, "Fuck!" I
Yeah.
was like never getting over this.
I remember this really ugly kid in middle school told me I was a 3.5 on a good day.
Wait,
I
That
was
is
like,
literally
that
so
is
mean.
mean.
Wait,
Girl,
in
why,
my-
this is literally my villain origin story.
yeah.
So back to Valentine's Day question.
Yeah.
Question.
Oh, yes.
Question. I don't know why I just did that.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Because I forgot my question, so I was trying to remember. What? Okay, so 2 questions. 1, what's your favorite like Valentine's memory? 2,
Can we do the worst?
or your worst? Sorry.
Sorry, I want to tell my worst. I'm like out here ready.
2, what are your Valentine's expectations when you're in like a serious relationship, or like in a fling? So like they're very like opposite sides. And then 3, what's the third one? I forgot it completely. What's the third question?
What are you doing for Valentine's Day this year?
Sure.
Oh,
yes.
freaking hell.
Yes. All right. Question number 1.
Depressing.
What was the first question? I forgot.
So the first one was your best
favorite or worst?
/ worst Valentine's Day.
I'll go first.
Okay.
So last year was the only time I had a Valentine's experience, and we weren't even seriously dating. We were just like hanging out and like a thing. And we had a date night, so his date night. So before date night, I was like just chilling in my apartment, dorm, whatever, and I heard a knock.
A Nork?
I heard a Nork at the door.
I heard a knock on the door, and I opened the door, and it was like a random guy. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And he was like, "Are you Claudia?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Here's your roses." So he handed me a bucket of roses, and I was like, and I just kind of froze because I've never received roses before, and I didn't even ask, and so after I closed the door, I was like, who could it be? Literally only one person. So I texted him and I was like, thank you so much. He was like, it's okay. I'm glad you...
Wait,
Like, she's
imagine
so shitty
if you
about
got
it
like
still.
the
She's
wrong
like, it's okay.
guy. Like, what if you were like talking to 2 guys at the same time, and I'd be like, who the fuck do I text out
I
here?
literally just only had one guy, so
I know.
that was not a problem.
I'm just needing for like other people who don't do that.
But after that, we went to K barbecue and went to date night. It was a great night for me.
I love how all of ours probably the same night. For worst.
It
Your
probably
worst.
is.
Yeah.
So my worst Valentine's Day experience
Oh
was
my gosh. The
Yes.
same night?
same night.
Oh my god.
And it was Claudia set me up with some guy, and we.
it wasn't me. It was the guy that I was talking to who sent me
Okay.
the roses.
Fair, touche. So we go to this restaurant called Cafeteria. It's a really trendy restaurant in New York City. It was featured in Sex and the City, if you were curious. And we go. He was really nice. He brought up his ex probably a total of 30 times, but I was like, all right, maybe he'll just be a fuck. You know, that's kind of what I expect anyway.
That's what I was intending.
There you
it
go.
It wasn't like a
Thank you.
serious
We need to
thing.
unpack
Yeah.
that at some point.
So Claudia's, so this is what I'm getting set up with this guy for, and but other than that, it's fine. But even if I'm gonna fuck someone, I don't want to hear constantly about your ex. Like, okay, I want to come tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're eating this food and it's really great. He's super nice. And then the check comes, and usually the first thing I do is like reach for the check, right? But usually I kind of expect the other person to make a move forward or be like, oh, what are you doing? Or be like, oh, do you want me to Venmo you for that? And he just kind of sat there. And I was like, whatever. I've had this before. I've been on a few dates. So I put my card down. I go, ah. And comes back and he doesn't make a move to like go to pay for it. Doesn't ask to Venmo me. I pay for the Uber there and back. And later, so he doesn't pay for anything. And later that night, I get a Venmo request for $80 for dinner and Uber from that same guy. That, indeed. And that awkward conversation was probably the worst Valentine's Day I've ever had. And did we fuck? No, we did not.
You went to date night together, though.
Yes. And he, he slipped his hand down my shirt in the middle of a room of 90
fuck.
people.
I remember
So I
that.
was like, oh no. Not for me. Even for a fuck, it just wasn't cute. It was too much, you know?
In connection to both of theirs, on the same night, I also went to Cafeteria with my
Man, we're
boyfriend.
whores. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I went with my boyfriend and I was coming from work, so I was like in my work clothes, in my heels, and there was like this very weird period of time last year where I would just fall straight on my face like 4 times a day.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like in a cute way, not in like a, oh my god, tee I almost tripped, but like my face hits the concrete and I'm just like standing there.
Her feet are fucked up.
Yeah,
we don't know what it is.
But it was like only this month. It would happen a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was that month. And
Is your toe still broken?
yes.
Oh.
Yes. They told me, they were like,
It's
you
been
should
a
get it
year.
fixed. And I was like, yeah. Like, where do you live? Like, where do you go to school? I was like, New York. They're like, oh. I was like, yeah. So anyway, I was walking from work and I didn't realize that my boyfriend was standing across the street waiting for me. So I thought I was just like, hee on my own. And I am walking like literally on the street between 2 blocks and I just face plant on top of a subway grate. Like my face hits the ground. My bag flies out. No one helps me. No one looks at me. I'm just like, hee, maybe no one noticed. I hear his ha ha from across the street, and he's just staring at me, watching me.
Are you
fall.
kidding me?
Didn't come help me. Didn't do anything. And I was like, eat, okay.
Typical Mr. Medium.
And then we go to dinner, and we're sitting like in the same row as Sarah and her date at the same restaurant. And the guy that she was seeing is in the same frat that my boyfriend was when he was in college. So he was like, should I like make a hand signal at him? And I was like, no, I don't think you should. And so he literally does the hand signal across the restaurant. And I'm like, they're gonna think you're literally in a white supremacy group if you're like flashing like in the air. But he does so anyway. But the food was really good, even though I hate cafeteria now. And he got me flowers and chocolates, and we had a lot of cake. It's probably my favorite Valentine.
I just realized all three guys are in the same frat.
They were all in the same frat. We have a problem.
I don't usually fuck frat guys. They're too jackhammery for me.
That's the biggest bullshit I've ever heard.
Yeah, girl.
Compared to all the other guys that I've fucked since I've been at NYU.
The three of us.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In comparison that way, I guess, but I don't know.
We have a Geek Squad problem if you listen to our episode on frats.
I don't.
But yeah.
You have a
you have
business
a
frat.
different problem.
But I'm just friends with them, so it's different.
All right. Whatever you say.
Oh, so like my Valentine's Day last year, while they were all doing their thing, why are you laughing?
Because you were like my Valentine. Well, they were all doing their
Well,
thing.
they were all
on the
doing
same
their
night.
night. On the
That's why
same
I'm
night, I wasn't at this dinner. I was actually like home. Yeah, I was home for Valentine's Day because I was having a breakup.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Hannah Montana.
mine was like,
Wait.
yeah.
I'm confused.
So I went home for like a singular day last year. Yeah. And I literally went home for that one singular day so I could go home, see my ex, have the breakup with him. But like,
Damn.
so like it kind of sucks, but on the bright side, like he showed up, this like motherfucker, asshole, shows up, because like we were breaking up because he was cheating on me. But yeah, so he shows up, and this man shows up with like 1,000 bouquets of roses, chocolates, like presents for my mom, for my brother, for my dad, my entire family. He brought presents. He literally like brought a bin of stuff.
Did you keep it?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have too.
And like I really debated like throwing the flowers away just to be like a fucking bitch, but I was like, and I literally just like took them, and I was like, yeah, they'll look nice in my room. And he was like, you're not gonna throw them away, and I was like, no, like the fuck. I'm like, I'm gonna keep my fucking flowers. I'm gonna keep my chocolates, whatever. I'll keep all my presents you got me. And so it was an entire day of us just like talking things out for the entire fucking day, and him trying to convince me to get back together, and like using his excuse like, we only did head. Like, she only gave me oral.
Oh, girl.
No.
I have the same. Yep,
Yeah.
same.
No.
And like me like damn well knowing that's not the truth, even though it like wouldn't fucking matter. And I was like, it does not matter, like this is over. And it was the entire time him just like being like, but like I was sad. So like it was okay. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. I'm like, no. So mine was a breakup, but I did get some flowers out of them. I brought them back to New York. Yeah. I put them in our place. I decorated the place. I got some chocolates. I got some like chocolate covered pretzels, chocolate covered strawberries. Like I was very satisfied with my what's the word of like
Gifts?
Not gifts, but there's another word for it.
Material?
For gifts. My materialistic things.
Yeah.
Mentally, it was a little rough. Well, emotionally, a little rough. Materialistically, good.
The next night, we had Valentine's Day. It was half super depressing, half
annoying.
Depressing. We watched Dear John, and Sarah was like, I hate Dear John, I'm not going to cry. It's a girl sobbing 2 minutes later. But she was talking the whole movie. But
Because I was like, the last thing I wanted to do was like watch a romance movie. I was like, nah, hell fucking not. Like, get that away from me right now. So I just talked through it and like swiped on Tinder the whole time.
I feel like the senior year, my Valentine's Day is also when I found out my ex was cheating for like the 14th time. He didn't give me a gift. He was just like, yeah, I am cheating.
No, mine just like
together.
sobbed for 12 hours straight, and I just sat there while he sobbed. I was like, okay.
You can really make men cry. That's powerful.
I lost my virginity on Valentine's Day in high school.
What?
I did.
Segue.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, isn't that funny though? On Valentine's Day.
Cute.
That's kind of romantic. Mine was on like a
It was
Wednesday.
not romantic.
I
That
don't
was the
remember
penal
what day it
situation.
was.
So interesting.
Well, my worst was I was on a break with my ex a week before Valentine's Day, and we agreed to a week. And I'm still convinced that he just didn't want to buy me presents on Valentine's Day, so he just decided that day.
He was so threatened by you all the time.
Yeah.
Bro, he just like was like, I'm gonna cop out. We're gonna do this break. Birthday comes up, week break.
Literally.
And holiday comes up, week break. That's so smart. I'm gonna do that in my next relationship.
My
I
one
don't
of my
know if that's
boyfriends
the
broke
right-
up to me like the weekend before Valentine's Day.
Ew. even his name made my butthole clench. So I was like, there's no way. Well, at least this year, Valentine's Day, because of the pandemic, 1, and like having nothing to do. 2, it being quite literally 2 degrees outside. It's so cold here. And then also, there only being outdoor seating. So there's like 4 tables per restaurant. I was like, there's no one's going to want to sit outside to eat because it's going to be so cold. So a month ahead of Valentine's Day, I go to make a reservation. I show Sarah and her mom, there's so many times available at this restaurant I want to go to. I reload the page maybe an hour later, and there's 1 time left, and it's 5 p.m., which could be cute because it's like sunset or whatever, and it'll be like a little bit warmer. Like, that's so early for a dinner, and I'm just like, how's every single time sold out? But they just announced that, like, indoor dining will be open, but people who made reservations already, aren't they going to be able to change them?
Yeah, they'll probably call to change it.
I called 4 times today, no one answered. I was like, rude.
They're avoiding
Wait,
you.
I actually don't mind 5 p.m. dinner because you can like.
I get hungry if I eat at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
though. Like I get hungry for
I'm
dinner.
not eating cake after, though, so I'll just eat cake hourly.
Cupcake and chocolate strawberries in a very sensual way.
Yes.
Do you guys like Valentine's Day? Like, did you guys ever have a vendetta against the holiday?
No, they just
I
didn't
I thought you were
exist.
talking to the audience.
Yeah,
I was like,
I just really
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
don't care about it. Like I forget
Same.
it exists.
Yeah.
High five. It's just like a normal day. Like
Yeah.
otherwise, and like when you're in a relationship, like yeah, you do like a cute thing, but like otherwise, it's like a normal day.
I have one problem and one love for it. My problem is that it's pretty much just a day for capitalism. They just want you to buy everything from Walgreens and jewelry and shoes and flowers. Like, they just want you to buy a lot of things. That's the whole reason for the holiday is a total. But then also it's like, why just this one day of the year do men, especially because I feel like women are like not really like that, will show you all the love and the care and the gifts in the world, but
Damn.
every other day they're like, nah.
I feel like that's giving guys a lot of credit. I think like some guys are like, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've gotten
Oh,
that.
you know what I usually
It's
do?
cute though.
I go to CVS, Walgreens, whatever, and I buy half off candies.
Yeah, the next
Right after
day.
Valentine's.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
that's
go.
such a move.
Yeah.
I don't like candy that much, but like that would be the move. Like if maybe like the edible arrangements was half off the next day, I'd be like,
Oh, I hate
I'm
edible
doing it.
arrangements.
I
Ooh,
love
them.
edible
They're so
arrangements.
If I ever have a boyfriend that sends me fucking cantaloupe to my door and thinks that's cute, no. I want Cartier. I want a ring.
I want a
want
love
flowers.
ring. Wait, what's that thing on Instagram? Isn't someone doing like a Cartier love ring?
Yeah,
giveaway?
like giveaway. It's like a bajillion
Yeah,
comments.
that was like a few weeks ago. That was
It's still
crazy.
Yeah.
open until March.
I joined it.
Until March.
Until March.
Ew, so I have
Are
to
you
say
She
follow.
wants comments.
Wait, so I have to keep following those people
Yeah,
until
I
March.
just unfollowed them.
Damn.
Ooh,
Do my own
we
route.
should do a gift guide. Well, this is coming on Valentine's, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But like, what's your favorite gift to receive on Valentine's Day? Like, kind of gift, like flowers, chocolates, jewelry, or what you guys like to give other people?
Labels.
I'm so dead.
My favorite thing to get is flowers.
Yeah,
I love
I
flowers.
hate the smell of flowers.
I hate
Really?
See,
flowers.
I don't
I-
usually get flowers, so definitely flowers.
I like the thought of them,
Flowers.
but I hate the smell.
Well, because I don't really like chocolate very much and stuff, so like I don't like getting chocolatey stuff. So I prefer flowers.
I like cards.
flowers.
They're
I like
thoughtful.
dark chocolate, and like if you're gonna get like what Claudia got like a year ago, it's like the big. If you're gonna give me a big show of roses, I like that with the Cartier love ring on top.
Take
That'd be
note,
great.
Mr. Quincy
Yeah.
Cactus. Yeah, I feel like I like really thoughtful cards because it shows they put like actual thought into it, even though the card itself is cheap. But like, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
flowers
I
and jewelry
didn't-
also they work also.
I didn't even expect
Like a
that.
card.
Yeah.
Because like men can't speak, men can't think, men can't feel. So to watch them attempt to do all those in permanence, like on a piece of paper, I like that because it's a challenge for them.
I like that, but like I like flowers.
It's like when I write cards, I'm like, oh my love, this is a poem for you. It's
Ew.
Poem?
I hate writing cards.
You sound.
I
I,
love writing
wrote
cards.
like love cards, and I read back at them, and I'm like, ew, what was wrong with me? Why do I sound like a smushy smush?
Yeah, I
I
got
don't
Mr.
like it.
Medium a card. I found it in the trash. And I was like, you were with me when I got the card. I was like,
Bruh.
so rude.
I called him out on it too. He didn't say anything.
I like cringe sometimes at when like I'm smushy. And then I'm like, should I cringe at that? Like even when I'm just like, how was your day? Smiley face. I'm like, ew, like why did I put
I
that
know.
I'm a
smiley
simp.
face? I'm like, ew. I'm like, what am I doing? Or I put an emoji where it's like a smile emoji with like a blushy face. And I'm like, why the fuck did I just give this person a blushy face?
I never use emojis.
You think you're a simp? Yeah, that's why I always think you're mad at me.
Because I never use emojis.
You'd be like, feel better. And I'm like,
Yeah, you gotta. I put like exclamation points usually.
I'm emoji, exclamation point. I text very, very like, yeah.
Yeah, same. I'm
put
a
everything
big
into my app.
punctuation
I don't.
person.
I don't like texting. so-
I don't like texting
I
either,
don't
though.
like texting.
I
I
love
like
texting.
FaceTiming.
That's why I text all y'all a
Same
million
text.
times a day.
Yeah.
I prefer
Nobody answers.
FaceTiming.
I hate FaceTime.
I love FaceTime.
Unless you are literally my husband, do not FaceTime me. I mean, you guys can FaceTime
Well, like,
me.
I FaceTime you all the time.
What if we're
I
all your
FaceTime-
husbands?
But do I answer?
No, you never
No.
answer.
Yeah, exactly.
I FaceTime like my friends, and then will FaceTime like if I'm like seeing someone at the time.
Yeah.
But like it takes a while to get to that FaceTime stage. Like that is a stage.
I'll FaceTime a man, but like the girls, it has to be a mood. Just because I'm really lazy.
I know better than to FaceTime you,
Yeah.
but I FaceTime you.
I'll text.
And you
Hey, I
FaceTime me.
FaceTime you before.
Yeah.
You have FaceTime me before.
Yeah.
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
I FaceTime all of
Valentine's
you
Day
before.
love.
I'll text. FaceTime does so much effort.
Yeah.
I prefer
How is
FaceTime
it
over
so much
everything.
Because I gotta like stand up and like look okay. Text, I'm like
Most
blah,
of,
blah, blah.
no, most of my
No,
friends, like, I'll
mine's
FaceTime
like
them
this.
to hang out. I won't text them. I'll be like, hello, and
Yeah.
like, my face pops up on the screen, like, super zoomed in. I'm like,
Same.
hi. I'm like, what are you doing right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you all. I think that's about it for today.
Well, we hoped you enjoyed our Valentine's Day episode.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
Valentine's
Day.
Day.
Have great sex. Make homemade sushi and put it all over your body. And
You
Oh,
sound like
Samantha.
Samantha.
Literally Samantha.
Homemade sushi sounds good, though.
But
Oh,
also,
I
if
want
you're not
sushi.
in a couple, don't feel sad. Fucking love
I'm
yourself.
single.
put homemade sushi all over
Self-care.
yourself
I'm
anyway.
single as well.
Who cares?
Single.
The greatest love is self-love.
Whoa, that was so awesome.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't see it.
I
We've
feel
given
it
like
now.
5 high fives throughout this thing.
Follow us and like us and rate us on whatever app you're listening to, whether it's iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever. Go follow our TikTok at Crying in Public Podcast. Go follow our Instagram at Crying in Public Podcast.
That's important.
Did I mention we're crying in public? Have a great Valentine's Day, you guys. We love you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Why do jazz? To clink.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hey, that's literally my line.
Who says clink out loud?